Hi, this is Candy. Today I am thrifting at the Habitat for Humanity Restore and I'm in the Myrtle Beach area. Let's go see what we can find. Let's jump right into the knickknacks. This is my favorite area. I first found this Aloha bottle opener. It was $3 and I believe it's solid brass. It was not magnetic. And then I wanted to see what else was under here. I thought this may have been by Mud Pie, but it was a pretty leaf dish. And then on the bottom, I spotted these gorgeous bookends. Look how stunning. Someone I found online painted them gold and sold them for around $35. They were $8. I probably won't spray paint them because I love this kind of off-white color. Definitely an add to cart item. I thought that little child praying was really cute. It had kind of a lusterware finish. I couldn't find any comps on it. It was cute, but I ended up leaving it behind. That was a cute little vase with some flowers. These cute little chipmunks were porcelain. They were $3. Cute little knickknacks. I left those behind. I'm not sure what type of bird these are. They were cute. Birds tend to sell pretty well in my vendor booth, but this is the piece I was so excited about. I love these colors together, kind of pink and blue. The blue in person looks more turquoise. There were two of them and they had this very organic, freeform, abstract design. So I added that one to the cart. Got a little distracted by some other pieces. I thought this snail was really cute. I couldn't figure out if it was a nightlight or a diffuser, but they wanted $10 for it, so I left that behind. I like this little canister too. They wanted $6 for it, so I decided to leave that. This spooner, or spoon rest rather, was only $1. It was made in Italy, but I did see a tiny chip by the handle. I probably should have just got it for myself because I think that's really cute and that would not have bothered me. Okay, so here is the other vase, I believe by the same artist. It was also $3, a little bit taller. Yep, there's the signature by the artist there. And this one has more orangey colors down towards the base, kind of has an ombre effect. Really pretty. I was so excited about those two pieces. I couldn't find any comps on those because I do think it was by maybe a student artist. Found an aluminum basket there. I already have one for sale in my vendor booth and it's kind of been sitting there, so I'm not going to buy anything more that's aluminum. I thought these little dollhouse pieces were pretty. The candelabra especially was really cute. Next, I found this really cute figurine with this boy and girl sitting on a swing. I didn't take the time to look up the comps at the store because the store started picking up and people were coming in. It was getting busier. I kind of regret not getting it because it was in perfect condition. It was only $5, but that's okay. Maybe next time it'll be there. Then I spotted this serving set. I wanted to see if it was silver plate, but it was already engraved with someone else's wedding anniversary, so I left that behind. I also like this spring sign. For a moment, I thought that it was hand painted, and I got real excited, but then I saw that it was just from a department store and was not hand painted. This was a cute little Hummel piece for $4, but when I looked online, they were selling for around $5, so I left that. I saw that the guys working at the Habitat store were bringing out this beautiful hallway piece. Oh my goodness, look at all those ornate details. There was also a place on the bottom that was solid brass, kind of like where you would put your umbrella, I believe. Oh my goodness, it was stunning, $125. Then I found this Capodimonte little night light. It doesn't have any nicks or damage and it does work, so I added this to the cart. I always check the linen section in this store because I've been able to find some really beautiful vintage lace tablecloths, which I love to layer on top of solid colors. I think an all red tablecloth with white lace on top is beautiful. Then I found this really pretty frosted pink glass basket. It was by Mikasa and it was $3. This is definitely my style, so into the cart it goes. I was getting a little brave having my cart pretty far away from me because I have had it at this store where people have reached in and shopped my cart. In the art section, I found this carved wood piece that was $10 from Australia. And then on the bottom, I spotted this cross-stitch hen, and it was very sassy. It said, "The rooster may look fancy, but the hen can lay an egg." They wanted $10 for it, and I just thought it was too cute to pass up. It would be easy to hang. I didn't need to add a wire to the back or anything, so added it to the cart. I was looking through more of the art. I found this home interiors piece. That was really nostalgic for me. And then an original artwork piece that was just the canvas itself. It had some wear on the edges and a little bit of a moody picture, but still very cool. I definitely appreciate any original artwork pieces. I found some other pretty prints. I like this one that said all things were possible. It was just really dirty and I don't think I'd be able to get it clean. Some really nice frames. I thought this Home Sweet Home was really cute, but they wanted $15 for that, so I left that behind. This was an original artwork piece as well, and it was $25. I was trying to get it to focus on the tag. There we go, $25, which I thought was a little bit high relatively for the Habitat Restore. Obviously, this piece is probably valued at higher than that, and the time it took was valued more than that, but I left this one behind. I like this decorative kind of brushed white rustic piece. And then the cute little bears. Some of their artwork was priced a little bit higher than it usually is. Then I found some canvases, probably by a student. They didn't have price tags on them, but I didn't see any that I couldn't live without, although that one with the flowers was really pretty. I like these colors together. Kind of match the vases or the free-formed pottery pieces that I just put into the cart. I'm definitely gravitating towards that style and those colors today. And there were quite a few of them. It's like someone donated the whole collection. In the furniture section, this rocking chair was in perfect condition, solid wood, and only $40, which I thought was a great deal. They also had this wine cooler, which I thought was pretty interesting. It said on the tag that the refrigeration wasn't working, but this was in the back of the store where there is no air condition. And when I opened the cabinet, I could feel that it was cooler, but I'm not sure if that was just me or if it was really working. These cute little pottery pieces were $10 each, and I was wondering why, but they were made in the USA by Longaberger, which is the basket company. I don't know if I'm saying that properly. I also liked these pottery pieces. They had like the cute little feet on the bottom. They were handmade and hand painted as well. Even though I really just liked the mug, I did not want to break up the whole set, so I left that behind. Then I spotted this piece that was, or this set rather, that was from Japan. Several pieces. I love seeing complete sets like this, especially if someone like loves this pattern. It was really nice. These pieces were by Lennox. I looked up this little girl. They're only selling for about $10 to $12 each, so I left these behind. I thought these little salt cellars were cute, and these little girls here were $1 each. And look, that little tiny mouse was $3. I like to look the showroom over before I head out because they usually put like vases on each table, and I happened to find this milk glass piece for $1. The comps were kind of all over the place, but it didn't bother me because I love milk glass and I'm a personal collector. So that's probably going to go home with me. So into my cart, I did end up getting the hen because she was just too cute. I got the Capodimonte little nightlight, the bookends, the beautiful freeform art, and then I decided that I needed a little bit more thrifting, so we're going to go to a couple bonus stores. There is a Goodwill close by. This is the one on Loyola Drive in Myrtle Beach, so let's go in and see what we can find. I really liked this original artwork piece with the lighthouse. My oldest son has his bathroom in the lighthouse theme, so I put that in the cart to think about it, plus it was only a couple bucks. I also found a shirt for myself by Rachel Zoe. I love blue and white even with my clothes, and this was only $4.89. I have so many calendars around my house. We have a family calendar, I have my own personal calendar, and I kind of liked this one that it was a weekly planner that I could write out my days, and it was only $2.99. This was also a cool piece of artwork, very Myrtle Beach. Someone used their shells to make a pretty bouquet of flowers. This is something that I would try to make on my own, and it would not be that pretty. The shells were definitely stocked, so I was excited. The first piece I found in the knickknack aisle was this maybe a dip holder. It was $3.99. It was handmade, very pretty, kind of looked like a hat. And then I really liked this fish. I love these colors and like the ombre effect of it. It didn't have a price, but when I got up to cash out, it was $1.99. So I thought that was good. This was a beautiful angel. I found one similar to this in blue last week. So I added this to the cart because I just love it and I need the blue and the pink together. This was just a single bookend by itself, and I didn't end up finding the other one, but I liked this cowboy. My other youngest son both my boys were born in Texas, but my youngest son has his whole bedroom in cowboy and Texas and Western themes, so I grabbed that for him. And then I always like to look through the mugs. I thought this one was so cute, World's Best Teacher. It was a little apple with a lid, which I really appreciate, but I guess maybe teachers are tired of mugs, so I can understand that. I always like to go through the dishes here. I thought these were really classy. Unfortunately, there were only 3, but these are really pretty to layer up and do like maybe a solid white charger underneath or a Christmassy charger and then put a plate on top. I thought this little trinket dish was pretty. with the butterflies on it. I always like to flip pieces over to see any type of hallmark or maker's mark. I just had to, someone had already moved the tag, so I kind of wanted to see what it said. It said Thailand, so I left that behind. Also, when I'm in Goodwill, I can't help myself that if I see a single glass that I know matches another set that I just came across, I have to put it together. I don't know, it's just something I have to do. Okay, one more stop at a Goodwill. This is the one in Carolina Forest. I like this tissue box holder. I thought that was pretty with the black and white. These dishes I did end up going back for. I didn't initially put them in my cart, but when I thought about them, I was like, you know what? I really like those. Each one had a different pattern. They were made in Japan, and I really like these colors for fall. I just thought they were really pretty. I also really liked this glass kind of tray because it had a lip on it, and I have an idea for a project with that. These were really pretty by Temptations. The only downside is that there were 4 bowls and there were only 3 mugs, which was kind of a bummer for me because I like to have complete sets of 4. I love all white china or plate or just regular dinnerware. These were made in the USA, and I wanted to show you what I mean by like layer up pieces. You could add like the white, then a blue, and then maybe put like a bowl on top. Like that is just so pretty, and that would make a beautiful tablescape. In the home decor aisle, I found this cute little wax warmer. I had found one similar to this, but that it looks like a coffee bar. I really like this modern glass piece. I ended up buying this as a gift for my sister-in-law. I couldn't find any information on this guy. The ones that I were seeing online had a hallmark on him, and he didn't have any kind of signature. But I did find this cute little Lenox basket for $2.99, so I did get that. And I was looking through these plates as well. There were quite a few of these plates that have churches on them. The only thing is that they were $6.99 each, which I thought was kind of high. I like this little blue dish, so I got this. It was only 59 cents, which was great. This color always draws me in. I love this turquoise color. You could use this to propagate a plant or for flowers or as just decor. I also like this blown glass orange one as well. Beautiful fall color. And I loved this too. The crazing on it wasn't real. It was just made to look old, but I like the gilding on it and just the overall shape. I ended up getting that one. I'll show you my cart when I'm going to check out. I did put this canister with its other set because I found the other 2. I like this little bunny dish for the spring. It was by Hallmark. I like that the bottom looked like a woven basket. I did end up getting this piece as well. I'm handing it off to my mom. And here's some other things in my cart that I wasn't able to film in the moment. I really like this seahorse for $2.99. I found a cute little duck for 59 cents. I love this beautiful bowl. There is that kind of chinoiserie piece and the orange candle. I found these kind of stained glass looking little holders, a beautiful crystal candle holder, a little plate there that kind of reminded me of fall. I'm going to kind of put that in a grouping. And that's it for today.